Good morning. It's 7 a.m. and Chris and Will are normally not up this early. They're getting ready for their all-new show, What About Our Life Adventures. So, what are you waiting on? Wake up. Their journey starts now.
Attention passengers, we've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.
Too early.
Way too early.
It's really nice outside, but it's way too early. See, we've been so busy, we hadn't even finished putting up our Christmas stuff. It's still sitting on the couch. Tree hadn't even been turned on. All the mess that's on the countertop. Yes. Long day. See, even the dog's not even up this morning. Sammy. Time to wake up, Sammy. Nope. Not gonna happen. Hey, breakfast! Breakfast! Oh no. Don't we look beautiful, Willie? Look at that hair. Yes. It is too freaking early with popcorn in the background, yes? It's 7 in the morning. Chris and Will don't get up this early, but you know.
Yeah.
It's been fun, so
Yes,
I guess we should get dressed so we can do this, yeah?
Okay.
All right. See you.
Welcome. I am so thrilled that today we get to be a part of the IAAPA Expo at the Orange County Convention Center here in Orlando, Florida. This is so huge. So if anybody's ever been to a convention, this is like, you can't even think of how huge this event is. Let's go inside. Okay, yes, so cool. Awesome. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome. This, you just have to be here. That's what it is. I mean, yes. I mean, here we go to this fun, amazing, joyful, happy, full of excitement convention.
the International Association of Amusement Park and Attractions. IAAPA is a diverse and dynamic community of global attraction professionals. As the largest international trade association for permanently located attractions, IAAPA unifies the attractions community, connects people to learn and grow together, and strives to promote the highest professional standards for excellence and safety around the world. Founded in 1918, IAAPA represents leading industry attractions and supplier companies, consultants, and individual members from more than over 100 different countries. Members include professionals from amusement parks, theme parks, attractions, water parks, resorts, family entertainment centers, zoos, aquariums, science centers, museums, cruise lines, manufacturers, and suppliers. The trade show doors officially opened for the IAAPA Expo on November 15th at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida, making way for a week of educational sessions, in-person networking, and exhibit space dedicated to the future thrills, sights, sounds, smells, and even tastes of the global attractions industry. Opening day, there were over 33,000 registered participants, including 23,000 qualified buyers representing over 10,000 buying companies. There were over 1,000 exhibiting companies represented on the expansive trade show floor that covered more than, get this, 515,000 square feet of exhibit space. This year's attendance is 26% more than 2021. And Chris and Will, you know what? We explored every inch of the event, making each day a 3 to 4 mile walk. Unlike regular conventions, IAAPA is, for some, a must-go dream event. Fandoms from across the globe have always wanted to experience this incredible event, and we can see why. For those that have never heard of the event, their interest level has gone from what to another added must-do for their life of plans. I mean, every exhibit is a different experience, so you can't just walk by it. You have to immerse yourself into what they have to offer and the experience on how it all comes together. This experience gives you a first-hand look at how your top vacation destinations, attractions, and entertainment venues all come together to give you the best memories that you and your family can create for a lifetime. So let's stop talking about it. Let's go take a look.
I'm going to step up here for a second. My name is Pete Owens. I'm the Vice President of Marketing for Dollywood Parks and Resorts. We've got a really awesome unveiling for you today. We're really excited to be here with Tacoma to show you the next big thing at Dollywood and the next thing for Wildwood Grove. Some of you will remember we opened Wildwood Grove in 2019. It's won the Golden Ticket the last 2 years. It's the best children's area. And this is the largest single attraction ever built for the park, and it's going to be a beautiful addition to Wildwood Grove.
Now, one of the greatest experiences that Chris and Will got to have, of course, you know, we love Dolly Parton, and we got to be a part of the unveiling of Dollywood's new attractions and all the events going on. Now, you know, Dollywood is part of Dolly Parton's huge brand. It's an amazing theme park in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. And in spring, they're opening up a brand new attraction called Big Bear Mountain. You know what? This highly detailed coaster train resembles four-wheel drive SUVs, feature working headlights and taillights, as well as an onboard audio, a first for Dollywood attractions. Each coaster train seats 20 guests and is about $25 million in cost. The ride is the largest single attraction investment ever at Dollywood. While the coaster sits 3,990 feet in length, makes it the longest roller coaster at the park. Guests on Big Bear Mountain board the vehicles for an unforgettable expedition in search for the elusive Big Bear in the hills just beyond Dollywood's newest area, Wildwood Grove. And you know what? Gosh, there's so many different things that included in this attraction. They pass behind a waterfall. They have a feature of a 39 feet height requirement and takes guests on a top speed of 48 miles per hour. And if that wasn't enough, you know what? Next year, they are celebrating the 50th anniversary of Dolly Parton's biggest hit, I Will Always Love You. And they're making it into an art fest where you get to learn the storytelling behind all the great story writings for music. It is incredible. But you know what? Let's take a look at this unveiling and this amazing attraction from Dollywood Parks and Resorts.
We're still at IAAPA. Amazing experience, by the way. So excited. And we were just walking along, and there's really awesome booths just popped up at us. So I would like to introduce, what's your name?
Patrick Gainer.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you incorporate into all of these neat products.
So we're technically a technology company, basically. We do everything based upon magnets. Magnetic closures, the way we do our seam sealing. We have a global patent on our dry bag systems. They can go 100 feet underwater without bursting the seams.
Wow.
We do multiple different sizes, as you can see, that you can submerge the product. You can actually use it while it's in the bag.
Okay, I just got to point out that's a really neat feature because, I mean, it's going to happen eventually, right? So definitely, I agree with that. And what's this other stuff that you have over here?
These are all based upon the same product line. Extensions are just a little bit larger in size. Different material usages, different colors.
Very nice.
iPads. And we also, like I said, everything we do is based upon a magnetic technology.
Yeah.
And this is the first ever metal squeezable bottle.
Wait, repeat that again, because my mind is just like, what?
It's metal squeezable bottle.
Nice.
It's fully titanium lined on the inside, so it's non-leaching.
Wait, okay, so what I just saw was you squeeze the bottle, but on the inside it's metal. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, so smells won't stay inside of the bottle like a typical water bottle. You're not going to get any stains. It's always going to taste like the product that you put in it. And you're not going to get a metallic taste with titanium.
So what I would like to know is what gave you the inspiration to create these products? Was it an experience or something that you wanted to, like something that you think people needed?
I'm not the creator of the products.
Oh, okay.
I'm the president of Fitlock US, but I can tell you that the owner, Joe Fiddler, when he designed it, he's a famous celloist, and he needed his cello rod kept falling out, so he made a magnetic holder for his cello. And then he just basically started taking all these theories behind magnets and making people's lives simpler, more organized, and safer.
Wow, that's quite a concept. I mean, just to think of that and then put it and make a product out of it, that's amazing.
He's a brilliant mind.
Wow. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It's definitely worth it. Is there any other tidbits you would like to share with us that goes along with not only the product, but how it was made?
So we're a global company. We're based in Hanover, Germany, and our U.S. office has just opened in Pineville, North Carolina. So we work in multiple different locations across the globe. Our bottles are specifically made in Italy, which sets us apart from our competition.
Wow.
The way we manufacture our products and the QC. So the technology and the quality are second to none.
Wow, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you sharing with us all that neat information.
And like us on Instagram and Facebook. Come follow us.
Very nice. And just again, your company's name?
Fitlock.
All right, very nice. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Everybody. Okay, so we were walking down one of these aisles here, and there's this really amazing booth that just, you want to talk about creativity and design. This is where it starts, right here. With me today is the Chief Marketing Officer of Neon. His name is Kurt Baker. Hi there, how are you doing?
Very good to meet you.
Oh, yes indeed. Let me tell you, this is all creativity right here. If you can explain to me, what is your feeling when you look at and you display these products to the general public?
Yes, so I mean, we're one of the #1 entertainment IP producing companies, and so we work with all different studios: Universal, Disney, Marvel, Warner Brothers.
Yes.
And so we're bringing properties that people know very well, like Jurassic World, Marvel Adventure Station, and Harry Potter and
of
DC
course.
Comics to people, and so people already know these, and the level is this high, and we have to go even higher to make sure, because people are going to see this in person rather than CGI.
Of course,
so we're building things like robotics, animatronics, graphics, things like that. We have to really impress people, so it just excites us to be able to do that.
Of course, and one thing that really caught my attention is that the detail of this stuff. you were talking about CG graphics and stuff like that, but also with this type of stuff, and this is in the movie industry, like you have stuff that's actually built specific to this stuff.
Absolutely.
What do you think is the most creative aspect of what this entails?
Well, you know, we have to look at something. So, for instance, if you look behind us, this is one of our animatronics, and I can't tell you exactly what this one is, but we build all of this in Nashville, and so we have a company called Animax that is part of Neon, and we have over 100 employees that are in Nashville that really take anything that is brought to us by, you know, from concept all the way to execution. And so, working with all of the different things, robotics, we're able to take something like this, which is a structure, and then it could be turned into anything from, say, a dinosaur to a banshee to a you know, really any type of animal that you might find, or a creature that you might find in one of our shows.
Yes, and I like that from concept to actual product. That's amazing, because there's a process along the way, and the fact that you have it every step of the way, that says not only high quality, but devotion.
Yes,
and thank you for that, because it means a lot. And go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, we're representing, as I mentioned before, some of the highest studio standards in the world. These are multi-billion-dollar properties and franchises that people have a love and affection for.
Yes.
And so for us to be able to execute those and someone on the street, it has to look just like it's Disney's product or NBC Universal's or any of our stakeholders, because we're representing their brands.
Of course. And again, that attention to not only high quality, but the high standards of what it entails.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kurt. I appreciate it. And we're going to be right back.
Yes. So we have got it is actually talking on the box. That's why it doesn't have yeah, right. And also this one
Welcome back, everybody. We're still here at IAAPA, and right now I am with the CEO of Animax, Steve Anderson. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing. So, with all of this going on, how do you feel it's being viewed?
So first of all, I'd say this is the biggest IAAPA. You know, last year was a lot smaller. It didn't have a lot of international people. So we've had great visitorship here. I like the fact, you know, we have a lot of motion and activity in our booth.
Yes.
So it tends to bring a lot of people in, which is awesome. A lot of enthusiasm.
Of course.
For what we do. A lot of enthusiasm for the toys and the trinkets. That
And who doesn't love big toys that you can just watch them move and use your imagination? That's where the magic lives. So definitely.
Yeah.
So a lot of our listeners love all of this stuff in the backstory, but there's a lot of a process to not only design, but to put it into full, complete motion. What technical aspects that you can sort of elaborate on that our listeners can kind of get some tidbits off of?
Sure. So, you know, our process is pretty complicated.
Of course, yes.
It all starts. It all starts with the creative idea. What are you trying to accomplish? If it's a figure, what type of motion do you want? What kind of experience do you want it to create? As we have that defined, we moved into what is really a very heavy design and engineering phase.
Wow.
So we have teams of engineers, mechanical engineers, controls engineers, computer scientists and engineers.
Goodness.
Industrial designers, and it kind of creates a structure, from the structure in the robot through all of the controls and the actuators, through the skins and the external part. So it's a big, complicated process before we ever start to build anything.
I'm just amazed at all of this. And not only that, but you have so many different people and teams and just the process behind it to create something. That takes a lot.
Right.
Thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Because, you know, just to throw something together, I think, it's an opinion, but I think anybody can do that. But when you really put your mind and your heart into it, the product is going to there are no words for it. So thank you for that.
Thank you for the recognition of that. We have a large staff, and it's a combination of engineers, and production folks, and artists. And when they all come together, if you see the passion in our place of everybody for what they do at all levels, to be able to come and see the end product is as exciting for us as it is for the guest. And I think the most exciting part for our team is when they see the guest reaction to what we do. So it's fantastic.
Myself included.
It's a great gig.
Yes.
Honestly, so.
Fantastic. So what would you like to share as far as like how do you even begin with the process on this, like technically? Like what can you elaborate on?
So, Animax has been in business for 32 years. We started out in like puppets and costumes, but have really been doing kind of the heavy technical animatronic work for probably 7 or 8 years. We've developed a pretty good process for it. We've got a lot of basic approaches and designs that we kind of generate and reuse sometimes. So there's a lot of knowledge that's been developed over time, and we build upon that with each subsequent product that we build. There's a lot of challenges in the engineering because, as you see in a theme park and experience, most of these things have to run 12, 14, 16 hours a day, every day. So huge amount of engineering that goes into it. But then I think the real challenge is to take the robot, as you see, and how do you turn it into a character or creature that looks real?
Right, yes.
So it's all about the illusion.
Of course. And what I love is, again, the high quality in it. Because, you have I'm assuming you have your base that's underneath it all, and then you gotta do your exterior. And that has to have a lot of detail to it too. And when you pay attention to that high quality, as you were saying, when the general public responds to that, you've won it over.
Yeah, I really think that's an area where Animax is differentiated from a lot of our competitors, and what we bring to the table is the combination of the engineered underpinnings with the fact that I think our figure finish, the completion, the skins, the costumes, the shells, the faces, the eyes, they're the things that make it. Couple that with the motion, the character of the motion and the animation.
Wow.
That's what makes it look real.
Yes.
So you can see like our full-scale T-Rex, running in one of our Jurassic World exhibitions.
Nice.
And if you sit there and look at it, I can sit there and look at it and like, I know this is a robot, but my body is telling me you might want to run, right? So it's got that little bit of reality to it, which I think is fantastic.
Very nice. And you got to have all these, I'm sure, full-scale measurements, and I don't know if there's any like scientific stuff involved. It sounds very put together. Is there anything else you would like to share as far as like, I don't know how to put this, but basically like insider info that you're allowed to elaborate?
Sure, let me think about this.
It doesn't have to be much, just like maybe like a snippet.
So, one of the things I say about what Animax does is we're a unique company in what we do because everything we do is what I call a deliverable prototype.
Wow.
It's not been done before in most cases.
Yes.
So we have to figure out how to do it while we're on a tight schedule to deliver the end product and deliver the experience. And so it's easy to think about maybe the engineering and the design of using advanced software and doing analysis and doing all these complex calculations as being really complicated and having that R&D element.
Right.
But really everything that we do has that R&D element. So we develop new methods for making skins, dinosaur skins, the way we do our eyes. They all have their unique elements of R&D that our team does and figures out and works out on every project that we do to deliver that end product. So it's it's artistic but ridiculously technical at the same time.
There it is. That's it. I love that. Only because you're mixing that part of artistic with, I don't want to say all the complicated stuff, but the really technical stuff. And it's a nice blend. If you really put that together in perspective, you're taking a lot of different knowledge and industry you're making this grand, magnificent. See, I'm even speechless at the moment. It's really captivating, is what I'm trying to say here.
I mean,
yes.
What you're doing is creating emotion.
Exactly, yes.
And you're doing it through all these scientific and artistic and technical things.
A nice mesh.
But
yes.
at the end of the day, it's like, it's that guest reaction to, that's amazing, or that looks real, or that has just, it creates emotion.
And one thing that you had pointed out is the R&D. From my aspect, I think that's a huge part, because not only are you looking into emotion and in imagery, but you're also looking into long-term longevity. And that's a huge thing, because then, as time changes, emotions and a lot of things change as well, but you're also keeping in that flow of it. And I think through that trial and error, you're going to find that it stands the test of time.
It does. It's, a trial and error is a good way. We make plenty of mistakes.
Of course, yes.
When we do things, right? But that's all part of the learning process. And again, we've been doing it for 30 years now. All that figure finish expertise and the things that are on the outside of the figure stem from the foundation of where the company started. Now we just keep adding more technology and capability and learning underneath it, sometimes by making mistakes. And that allows us to continue to deliver a better product, which creates better experience.
Amazing. Well, Steve, thank you so much. I'm still just happy about this. Thank you so much. I mean, for all that you do and your team and your staff, we thank you.
I appreciate that. Again, we have an amazing and magical team. So I'll send out my thank you to our team if anybody watches this.
Please do.
Couldn't do it without all of them and all their amazing talent.
Very nice. Thank you again, Steve.
We could be here for hours, even days, displaying everything about the event. But unfortunately, you know what? We can only minimize the episode for just these few minutes. So it has to be continued. So, you know what? The Prince Charmings of podcasting is going to have to see you for episode 2 of the IAAPA convention at the Orange County Convention Center in Orlando, Florida for 2022. Be sure to tell your friends about us and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time.